Folks, welcome back to another informational video with yours truly, Sam Healey. We are continuing our Imperial Assault informational series of just letting you know the ins and outs of every pack that I can possibly get my hands on. And today we're talking about the Bantha Rider for the mercenary faction for Imperial Assault. And let me tell you something real quick. Oh my goodness, look at that thing. It is almost the size of my nose. I'm just kidding. It's a really big model, huge. Take a look at that sucker. It's big. And so let's get down to the table. I'll show you what else comes in the pack. And so this is what you get in a Bantha Rider expansion pack for Imperial Assault. Now, of course, these are mercenaries, as you're talking about the Tusken Raiders. And you can see one of the problems I have with the model already. When I took him out of his box, his head fell off. I just held him in the wrong area or something to that effect. But this guy is not staying on very well. He seems to have a lot of connection points there, but at the same time they just don't fit very well, so you might have to do some gluing to get this guy to stay in. But as you can see, a really neat looking model as far as that Bantha Rider with the Tusken Raider on top. So that's pretty cool. It's a neat little, it's a huge model, definitely larger than what you are going to regularly expect in one of these ally packs or expansion packs. But he does come with a lot of good stuff, so let's go ahead and get to it. First of all, he comes with this command card, these command cards down here, and then this attachment, which is a reward for this campaign scenario. So we'll get to that in just a moment. These command cards, though, are pretty cool. While expensive, with costing 3 command points to put into your command deck, Crush is really interesting. Any massive figure, it says use when you end your movement in the space that contain one or more other figures. Choose one. Notice it doesn't say hostile figures. Choose one of those figures that is small. That figure suffers 4 damage. All right, so a nasty little card right here, but one that has to be used, of course, wisely. Opportunistic can be applied with any mercenary figure. It says use after a hostile figure suffers damage, you gain 3 movement points. So again, it kind of goes back to that Alliance Smuggler. Kind of has the same feel here, where you're moving around a lot and that type of thing. So neat little card. Also, that's free as far as putting it into your command deck. Jundland Terrors. Use at the end of a round and choose a Tusken Raider or a Bantha Rider figure. The chosen figure gains 2 movement points and may interrupt to perform an attack or an action. So that's really a neat card as well. Here, Parting Blow. You can apply to any brawler, which this guy is a brawler. Interrupt when a hostile figure exits an adjacent space. Before that figure moves, perform an attack targeting that figure, then you become stunned. So again, that's going to affect you, but it might be that one last attack that knocks that character out. Now, this is the campaign scenario that is used with this map right down here. And now this map does use some of the Twin Shadows map tiles, so you will have had to have picked up that expansion already before you can use that. And then there are also 2 skirmish missions that use this. Now, this map only uses core set tiles, so there is some validity to picking this up before picking up Twin Shadows. Just remember that you won't be able to do the campaign on the other side. So there is that. So there are 2 scenarios that you can go through there for a skirmish. You also have the Bantha Rider down here. This is the actual character card. He costs 9 points, but he does have no less than 21 health and a 5 speed, and he has a blue and red attack. So rather formidable. You're getting a lot of bang for your buck there. You can use this trample as an action. Choose up to 3 adjacent hostile figures and roll 1 red die. Each of those figures suffers wounds equal to the wound result. So again, this is very similar to that crush card, but you're rolling a die instead of just dealing out 4 damage outright. Here, the Stampede, when you end your movement in a space that contains another figure, each hostile figure in your space suffers 1 damage. So again, still following the feel of this whole idea of a monstrous creature being on the battlefield. Here, you have a Beast Tamer, which is a skirmish upgrade. You can exhaust this card at the start of the creature's activation for that figure to perform a move. Okay, so this guy has to be around in order for these huge creatures to act nicely. Exhaust this card at the start of a figure's activation if that figure is the non-sentient ability. During the activation, that figure can interact. Okay, so as long as this person is not non-sentient, that creature can be used to interact with other things in the map. So that's the Bantha Rider expansion pack for Imperial Assault and the Mercenary faction. Wow, you know, it's a really neat model, but at the same time, it's kind of like the ATST that came in the core set. It's a really cool model, but how often are you really going to use it? That's kind of the feeling that I have here. It has some really neat abilities. I mean, 21 health? Are you kidding me? That is a lot of damage that you have to do to knock this guy out. So again, you have to understand that I like it. I'm just wondering how practical it is. It's going to fit well with your other Tusken Raiders. Maybe you can build an entire scenario around just that Tusken Raider battle and that type of thing, and that would be awesome. Don't get me wrong, but again, I think this is more of a niche type of expansion pack than some of the more you should really go out and get it type of stuff. This one, it's up to you. I really think that it comes down to what you want to do with your copy of Imperial Assault. If you want to have a huge Tusken Raider band, then go for it. Pick it up. It's a no-brainer as far as that's concerned. But think twice other ways. Hey, see you on the flip side, folks.